Well, as this is your reporter, Seeds to Freedom tonight, and our first guest is Professor Bendover. Thank you very much for coming tonight, Professor. It's no problem at all. I'm looking at this wonderful blood moon, and of course we're expecting earthquakes and possibly an asteroid, or the sea rising 500 meters. This is all probably going to happen tonight. Well, Mr. Bendover, the blood moon's been up for quite a few hours now. Are you suggesting later on in the evening these events will take place? Well, I'm not really sure, but we may recalculate. Let me just do a little bit now. M equals c squared divided by pi. Yeah, it could happen at any time. Of course, if it doesn't look, you can see the moon moving. No, Mr. Bendover, that's just a camera blowing in the breeze. It'll do that from time to time. Okay, we can recalculate the equilibrium of things happening, and of course I can quote you a few texts. I might have changed a few of the texts from the Bible, but still, it's all pointing to the end of the world. Well, Mr. Bendover, it may indeed be the end of the world, but I don't particularly think it'll be tonight. But the moon is definitely blood red, but that's a natural phenomena that occurs from time to time, is it not? Well, it could be. I'm not sure. I've got to recalculate. I'm not sure, but according to our group of people that have put up hundreds of videos on YouTube, have you not seen them? Oh, I've seen a few of them, Mr. Bendover, but basically I think a lot of it's nonsense. No, really, you've got to understand that these people spend months and years studying the text of the Bibles, and all different Bibles, and collating that with scientific fact, and we come up with all these wondrous and factual sort of situations that are going to happen. Well, Mr. Bendover, all I can say is thank you for coming tonight, and if it's the end of the world, well, I won't see you again, and I wish you well. That's not a problem, and thank you for having me. No worries, Mr. Bendover. I think most people have been had. Let's get our next guest. Good evening. We're here tonight to observe the blood moon, and with me I have another professor of Nibiru, Professor Peter Schmuck. Welcome to the show.
I thank you very much.
Now, Peter, do you think anything will happen tonight?
I'm not sure, but I think if you look carefully, the moon may be moving, which is an unusual thing.
No, Peter, the moon is actually rotating around the Earth. The Earth's spinning, but the moon is rotating.
Are you sure?
Yes, Peter, I'm absolutely sure. So your theory on Nibiru coming through today, in conjunction with the blood moon and all those things, where's that at the moment?
Well, I think maybe we might change our thoughts on Nibiru, or Planet X. What it may be is Nibiru may be three-dimensionally in another dimension. So it's passing through the Earth. You can see the moon moving.
No, Peter, that's a natural event. It actually just, orbits around the Earth.
I'm not so sure. Maybe, could be, not sure. But anyhow, we think now Nibiru, or what some people call Planet X, is going through the Earth as we speak. And this time it comes past, maybe just be like another dimension.
Well, I want to thank you very much, Mr. Schmuck, for your insight into Nibiru and Planet X coming on this blood moon, and all I can say is I wish you well for your future.
Thank you very much. It's no problem. Next month we have new prediction.
Well, our next guest actually comes from Victoria in Australia, and what's your name?
My name's Link Knight, and I'm here watching this red moon, and I've seen this before. I remember my uncle telling me a story in the 30s when him and his friend and his uncle's brother's sister went out for a barbecue down by the river, and some bloke was burning off, just a shitload of fire and smoke and haze, and they looked up and they saw a blood moon as well.
Well, Link, thanks for coming. But this is sort of specifically, a lot of people are predicting the end of the world and tsunamis and earthquakes. What's your thought on that idea?
Oh, no, that's all bullshit. I'm only here for the, free beer and the barbecue, actually. And I've got to tell you, those sausages were bloody beautiful. What were they?
I'm not sure, Link, but I hope you're enjoying the evening. Have you got any theories yourself about of the end of the world?
Oh, no. It'll come soon enough to all of us. I mean, we don't need to carry on with this bullshit. I've got boxthorn all over my property. Am I going to get rid of that tomorrow? No, it's going to take fucking years.
Well, thanks, Link, for coming tonight and putting a sort of a human face on what you think will happen tonight. I'm sort of with you. I don't think much will happen, but thanks for coming.
Well, that's all right. I'm just heading back to the barbecue. There's still a few snags and chops on there. I'll have a few beers and I'll see you later. See you, mate.
Thanks, Link. And we'll now go to our next guest. And good evening to you, sir, and where are you from?
My name's Tony Mullins. I've got this free ticket, flown over. Got a few donations going, and selling nipple cripple things and making loads of money. So I thought I'd come over to this major event in Australia.
Well, thanks, Tony. What are your thoughts on this thing that people are saying is going to be the end of the world and such?
Well, this thing is a load of shit, to be honest with you. But free beer and great Australian food, I would be here for any reason. But this is the reason I'm here.
Well, that's a very honest opinion, Tony, but what do you think about these people, and I call them religious nutters that tie in text from the Bibles, all different sorts of Bibles, and end-of-world scenarios? What's your thought on those type of people?
Well, I think you've got a saying in Australia. You call them wankers or knobheads. I've learned that one today. True blue, that's what Australians think about this.
That's probably a good surmise, because most Australians take this nonsense with a pinch of salt. It's just rubbish as far as we're concerned. I thank you for coming up. Like we had another guest on earlier, Link. He's from Victoria. Have you ever met Link?
Oh man, they can go back a long way. Long way. I'll be going to these places while I'm here, and I'm going to have some kangaroo stew. And if there's any more blood moons, well, we'll just have a few little moonshines to celebrate.
Well, thank you, Tony, and it's good to see that there are people who think logic instead of nonsense. So this is Seas to Freedom on behalf of the Seas to Freedom channel, wishing all of you who watch this and understand that most people that talk this stuff talk shit.